What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2022. Okay, in the last episode we left off with we harvested our wheat here and we dropped it off at the grain mill that we own, so that could be turned into flour. And now we have all this straw here that we need to pick up, as well as we got a few contracts as well that we want to do. They're the grain harvesting contracts, so we can take those to the grain mill as well, so it can produce even more flour, so we can make bread and make some money. So let's go ahead and hop to it. All right, since we're doing baling, I need to hop in my tractor, go to the equipment shop, and rent ourselves a baler for all this straw here. And we'll just take a quick little shortcut through the field here. Oh yeah, we're still in August, by the way. I didn't end the day, so we're still in August, but we still got a few things we need to do before we close out August. And then next month we'll be doing the whole cultivating and reseeding ritual for the wheat again. And also, hopefully by next month, all that flour will be all that wheat will be transformed into flour, and we could take it over to the bakery here, start making bread. Kind of curious how that will look. Yeah, see, we got all this equipment here for the harvesting contracts. We'll be using those here shortly. Right now, I just want to get the baler. Here we go, balers. And I think I used this one before, so we'll use that one again. Gonna lease it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we gotta find our baler in the sea of equipment that we have here. I think it's the only thing that's red in here. That's crazy. Man, I hope we do make a lot of money out of the bread, because I want to get a John Deere tractor and a combine, and I just want to like really make some progress in the game, you know? Start making millions of dollars. Get a dairy farm going so it can make cakes. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Also, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like the video, and also be sure to remember to subscribe as well. Subscribing not only supports the channel, but it also helps you to know when new content such as Farming Simulator is available. Do not want to miss an episode of Farming Simulator. I tell you, it's getting exciting. It's getting exciting. Where am I going? Nice. Now we're farming. I just want to make sure the automatic drop is on, and yeah, let's go. Let's do it. All right, we're all done with the baling, so now I just need to pick up the bale loader, pick up these bales, and we'll just take them over to that biofuel place like we did last time. So I'll come back once I have the bale loader. Excuse me. All right, we're back with the bale loader. We're just gonna load up these bales. In the weirdest way possible. All right, here we are at the biofuel plant. We're just gonna dump off these bales, our first load of bales. We got around 8,000. Actually, yeah, so we got about 7,700 out of that. Not too shabby. That pretty much pays off the baler and the bale loader for rental equipment, and then some. And we still got some bales left over. All right, let's go ahead and drop off the rest of these bales. All right, we got $14,000 of bale sales, so that's not too shabby at all. All right, now I'm gonna drop off this bale loader, and then we got a few harvesting contracts, grain harvesting contracts to do, and any leftover grain we get from those contracts I'm gonna store in the grain mill so we can make even more flour. So we'll do that. Also, I need to repair my tractor. It's getting kind of low on the maintenance bar there, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. So I'll meet you guys over at the equipment shop. Okay, here we are at the equipment shop. I'm just gonna return this bale loader, and then we'll go over here and repair our tractor. Paint condition is horrible, but we'll go ahead and repair for $10,000. So there goes all of our bale sales, but oh well, that's the life of a farmer. Says our paint is in poor condition, but I'm not seeing any evidence of that in the game here. And I don't know what that means, that the paint is in poor condition. Like, well, maybe it's a value thing. So if you try to sell it because the paint is in such poor condition, it's not as valuable. So that's probably what it is. All right, let me go drop the tractor off, and then we'll get to use all these machines to harvest. Oh. All right, we're just gonna drop the tractor off here, and we'll hop into one of these. I don't know which one. Let me look at the contracts. I wish it would say which equipment we're using. I'm pretty sure we're using this one for this one, Field 11. Where's Field 11? This one. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the bigger ones are for the bigger fields. Gotta go through the river here. Okay, here we're at this. I think this is wheat. All right, I'm gonna let AI take over. And we'll take this trailer over there. Okay, we'll just leave this here. Pretty sure this one's going to 35 back here. That makes sense because this is a tiny field and this is the tiny combine. Wow. Okay, I'll see you guys next year when we get to Field 35 on the other side of the map, and this is only going 20 kph, which in miles per hour, that's 12.4 miles an hour. So nice, love it. All right, this guy's got a full grain tank, so let's go fill this up. Oh yeah, it's wheat. That's what I thought. All right, almost halfway. All right, back on our journey. This is gonna take forever. And then the other combine, we gotta take it to that field to the right there. Just gonna take a little shortcut. Boy, this is fun. Gee, I wish I had like a trailer I could just put this on and drive it to the field I need to go. But that would be too easy. That'd be too easy. Here, we'll go this way. Holy crap, this thing's hard to control. I'm using a keyboard, by the way, to turn this. I know there's like some people out there who are like, take this really seriously, and they have like the full like steering wheel with controls and stuff. It's actually quite badass. All right, here we are, frickin' finally. That only took like 60 million years. I'm gonna let AI take over this one as well. And we need to get the trailers over there. This one's gonna be interesting because we got 2 trailers, so I wonder if we can make a trailer train here. Of course we can make a trailer train. It's farming simulation. It's farming. If I say we can make a trailer train, then we can make a trailer train. Okay, how the fuck do I do this? Okay, I am an idiot and I don't know how to back this up to the other trailer. Take it slow. This is not like other trailers. If I go this way, it just keeps going straight. Screw it. We'll just use one trailer. Yeah, because it just, like, it doesn't act like other trailers. Like, it just keeps, yeah. Screw it. We'll just use one trailer. How do I uncover this? I'm too stupid to create a trailer train. Some of you are like, oh my god, that's the easiest freaking thing in the world to do. And maybe it is, but I don't know. All right, for field 11, where are we dropping this off? Of course, the feed and grain south, all the way across the map. Awesome, fantastic. You know, I have a grain mill right over there. You could drop it off, but no, we got to go all the way across the freaking map to drop this off. Cool. And actually, can I we could load deliver to feed and grain south. Looping job, looping stainless steel fertilizer. Our job. Loading station is empty. Great job. Load and deliver. Go to. Deliver. There it goes. Cool. Wow, that filled up that whole thing. Wow. Okay. Where are we taking this at? You need to deliver the wheat to the feed and grain south. Same freaking place we took the other guy. So let me go back here. Where's our other dude? What happened to our other tractor? He was here. He should have been going to here. Oh, there he is. All right, let's create a job for him. Let's deliver to feed and grain south. Our job. All right, so he's gonna go to the feed and grain south as well. Get this guy set up. Now, what I learned is when you have the header on the combines like this, you can't assign AI jobs. So the only way you can assign an AI worker a job to move the combine to one place to another, you have to not have the header on it. So, well, at least I believe that's what the problem was, because early on in this game, I was like, why isn't the AI taking this over to the field And I'm pretty sure it's because it can't have the header on it, so. Subscribe if that's true. And also hit the like button. Just taking a little shortcut here. I'm sure nobody on the road is gonna mind. Nothing bad should happen doing this, right? Perfectly normal to see a combine cross the interstate. And actually, we need to switch tractors and trailers, because if you noticed, we got an alert saying that, you know, 27% of field 25 is done, but this is field 25, so we used the wrong tractor on the wrong field, so we're gonna have to rectify that. Yeah, so this tractor right here, wow, they're both saying field 25. That's interesting. Okay, something weird is going on with the game, because it's saying everything is field 25, even though, like, this guy just unloaded the grain and it also said field 25. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but you know, as long as the contracts get completed and we have some leftover grain, hey, it works for me, you know. Yeah, even though that grain just came from field 11, it's saying, not field 11, field 11. It's saying 49% transported from field 25. So, yeah. What is going on with this game? Because that was definitely not from field 25. That was, what's that field? Field 35. That was from field 35, not 25. Weird. Because field 35 is done, but the contract's not over yet. So I must have, like, shorted out the game or something to cause it to just wig out like that or something. I don't know. How it says contract on field 25 finished. Yeah, I don't get this game at all. I don't. Well, hopefully we'll have some leftover grain here. Put in our grain mill. I think field 11 just needs a little bit. I mean, field 11 is what's left, and it's 97%, so. And then we got a little bit of grain in that other wagon that we could drop off at the grain mill as well. And it's getting dark out. Getting dark and scary out. All right, we're gonna try to salvage some of this grain. Take it to our grain mill. Still got almost 5,000 liters left, so. I was hoping for a little bit more, but what can you do? Oh wow, we still got 51,000 liters of wheat in here. So. And we got how many pallets so far? 9 pallets. So we're doing good. We're doing good on the flour production. I wonder how many pallets 51,000 liters of wheat is going to do. All right, I'm actually going to just leave this here and get this other tractor. This was field 35. We still got a little bit of grain in here that we could drop off at the grain mill. Jeez. Oh, we still had 2,000 liters left in there, so that's good. The more we could get, the better. Why did I do that? All right, all these contracts are completed, so I'm just gonna get those done. Had a $13,000 cultivating one and a 13. Oh yeah, this is the potato one. I don't want to do potatoes again. That took freaking forever. But a 13,000 cultivating one, that might be okay. But it's almost the end of the day. It's almost 8 o'clock. So I wonder if the pallets are going to stack if we run out of room, or if the production is going to stop. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Okay, well, that is August. We got a lot done. We baled the straw that was on our fields after we harvested our wheat, and then we did some more wheat harvest contracts and put the extra grain into our flour mill. And tomorrow we'll go ahead and cultivate these fields. So let's get to that. All right, August, cultivating time. Actually, before we do the cultivating, I want to see how many more pallets of flour we made. Also, I think it's seeding time too for the wheat, so we need to get our fields reseeded again with wheat. And yeah, so that's probably what we'll do today. And we'll see how many pallets we got at the grain mill, see if we can dump those off. We'll have to rent a truck for that. Or maybe just, I mean, we're going to be loading and offloading pallets a lot. Maybe we should just, that was cool. Yeah, maybe we should just buy a truck, right? Got the money for it, and I think the cheapest truck is like $98,000. So depending on how much money we get from selling the bread, we could probably remake that and then some real quick. So I'm hoping we can get a lot of money out of the bread. I'm really hoping. But I feel like I might be disappointed. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, 51,000 liters of wheat into flour, and then all that flour into bread. Maybe it will be all right. Holy crap, I can't drive. So it looks like we got 12 pallets. Does this mean it won't produce? Still says running. Yeah, okay. So it looks like we do need to pick up this flour. But it also looks like it'll just continue producing for us. It'll probably just dump the pallets off for us, because we should have at least 4 more pallets by now, but it looks like we can only have 12 max per load, so that kind of makes sense. But before we do that, I definitely want to get our wheat fields ready to go, so we can actually harvest in July this time instead of in August. Or I should say next time we can harvest in July instead of August. Honestly, that's the funnest part of the game, just like doing some jumps with the truck. The truck is the fastest vehicle, so you can do some pretty sweet jumps with it. We seem to be able to land that one a lot. All right, let's get the cultivator out and start cultivating our fields. I'll start with the big field so we can have AI take over that one. And then I could rent that truck for us to load the bales. Load the pallets, but I'll need my tractor. Oh, that's the thing. I need my tractor to load the pallets up. So I guess we're gonna have to wait until we're done cultivating, or done preparing our fields. Why is it so difficult to drive the tractor? I want to see if the AI is gonna stop at the road here. Nope, it's gonna keep going. Cool. It was just the freaking harvester. Was it the harvester? I forget. No, it was the weeder. So for some reason it works with the cultivator and the harvester and whatnot, but with the weeder, no, it still thinks it's 3 fields. See, do we have any contracts? We got a cultivating contract that we could probably do. Potatoes again, sorghum. This one might not be bad. And then we could take the leftover sorghum. Oh, but we got another baling. Let's do that one. Might as well be making money while you're spending money, yeah. I forgot if they wanted silage or just regular bales. Hopefully it's just regular bales, because doing the silage takes even longer to do. Into the sunflowers, all right. I'm pretty sure whoever owns the sunflowers don't mind. And we'll let AI take over this one. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's do the cultivating contract as well, since we can knock that out today. That lets us use this big monster tractor that I love. Yeah, this is the tractor that I want to get once we start making like millions of dollars, or once we make our fields bigger, because we're gonna need a big boy like this. But I want to get the tracked one, the tracked tractor. Wait, where are we taking this? 68. Where is 68? Oh yeah, this big field right next to our field. Let's go cultivating. All right, we got our cultivator cultivating. Yeah, I really want to get this big field. You know how much wheat we could get out of this like big field? Like hundreds of thousands. And you know, and get that in a grain mill. Maybe we could like have multiple grain mills. You know, that would be cool. Looks like our guy in our field is only like halfway done. Yeah, it just takes so long to progress in this game. This particular playthrough, 50 hours in this playthrough already. And you know, all we have to show for it is we have this big field or larger field, and we bought the grain mill, we bought the bakery, and we're trying to make bread so we can get more money, so we can, you know, buy bigger fields and progress even further. So, you know, maybe we're almost at the point where things are going to start to speed up and get faster though. So we'll see how things end up. That's right, we'll have to use the rollers on here to get rid of the stones. All right, looks like we're done cultivating my fields. And also looks like this guy's done on field 68. And we still got a guy working here doing some wind rowing. Okay, so we can go here. This one's complete, so we can complete that one. And yeah, this is potatoes. I'm not doing that one. All right, I'm just gonna wash the tractor and the cultivator here. All right, nice and clean. We'll just fold this and put it away. We should be done with this until next season. Now we need to do some rolling on our fields to get rid of the rocks, or stones, rather. I just say rocks. Just checking up on our wind rower guy here. I have to wait until he's done until I can start using the baler, and then unfortunately the AI can't operate the baler, so I have to do this manually myself. All right, let's do some rolling. Rolling. And how many times am I gonna make that joke? At least 100 more times until the series is done. you got a problem with that, go ahead and like and subscribe. They didn't need that sign, did they? Definitely didn't need the stop sign right there. I mean, nobody in this game stops anyway, so it's not going to make a huge difference. And this is another annoying thing with the AI. Clearly this isn't done, but the AI thinks it is, so kind of have to keep forcing it to do it. Don't get me wrong, I like this game. I like this game. It's just, there's some things with the AI that need to be ironed out and worked on, right? So it's not a perfect game, but I mean, the game doesn't need to be perfect to be fun, to be entertaining, to be challenging, right? So, I mean, there's things about Satisfactory that aren't perfect, but Satisfactory is still a really fun game, and I enjoy playing that. Also, it's really challenging as well, so they didn't need that sign, did they? I mean, it's a cow sign. There's no cows around. Just me driving wildly. Also, if your hand gets tired, remember there is a cruise control, so you can set the cruise control and all you have to do is worry about steering. Why do you have to be here? Why are you driving forward? Holy... Ugh. Oh my god. Fucking hate you cars. Jeez, man. Oh, well, if you folded up the rollers, it wouldn't do that. No. I'm farming here. They are supposed to yield to me. They are not special. I am special. I am farming. I am farming, and they are there to just annoy the shit out of me. That's all they're there for. They serve no other purpose. They're not even going anywhere. They're just... Holy shit, dude. Fucking really. Oh. God damn it. Get the fuck out of my way. Ah, god damn, dude. That's all they're there for, to annoy the shit out of me. That's all they're there for. They serve no other purpose. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're just there. They're randomly generated to piss me the fuck off. That's what they're there for. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Enjoying the series so far? Enjoying the video? If you are, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Your support means so much to me. I might have said that a little too sarcastically. Your support does genuinely help me out, and I am very, very grateful for anybody who comes in, watches my videos, enjoys them enough that they want to like the video and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I really do. Even though I'm just starting out YouTube and I don't really have an audience yet, but when I do get an audience and you guys are watching this, again, your support means a lot to me. It really does. Okay, we're done rolling our fields to get rid of the stones. We're just going to leave them out because we'll need them again after we seed. Speaking of which, I think we're ready to seed, but I want to see if our weeder actually acts as a seeder as well. Because maybe we could do the weeding and seeding at the same time. So we selected oilseed radish, canola, grass. Oh, so all we can do is canola, grass, and oilseed radish. Okay, never mind. We'll still need our cedar. I may have to get seeds too. Let me look up. I don't know if you can only buy seeds at the equipment shop or if you can get them at a silo somewhere. No, I think we have to get them at the vehicle shop unless we have a mod. So I'll just take our cedar over to the vehicle shop and get some more seeds. Since we only have 134 liters of seeds left. Before I do that though, do I already have, well, that's awesome. Do I still already have seeds here, or is this just fertilizer? That looks like lime. Oh, actually, we need to fertilize before we seed. Or at least that's how I do it. You probably don't need to, but I'm just gonna do it. Well, actually, no, I think you can seed and then fertilize, and then you can fertilize again next month. I don't know. Oh, okay. So you don't need to fertilize before seeding. It's just during different growth phases. So once you start seeing them sprout, then you can fertilize again. So we can fertilize after we seed, but then we fertilize again when they reach another growth stage. So that's how that works. Good to know. Man, they have a lot of weeds in their field. They should be ashamed of themselves. All right, let me go ahead and buy a pallet of seeds. We'll get ourselves some seeds here. That'll work. We'll use AI, and AI just auto buys the seeds for us. I just wanted a little bit more, so we weren't like on the cusp of needing more seeds. Before I see it, I just want to make sure. There's some weeds, a little bit of weeds there on the edge of our field, but that's okay. We don't need fertilizing. Do we need plowing? Do we need lime? There's like a little sliver right there that needs lime. How does that work? Okay, so before we seed this field in, we'll just put a little bit of lime on it. Should be fine. No stones, that's good. Okay, let's start seeding, and we'll let AI take over because I need to come back here and start baling. Actually, I need to finish AI's job because AI is just freaking useless in this game. All right, let's get the baling, this contract done. I have to unfold the baler first. What kind of world do we live in where I have to unfold the baler before I use it? And I just want to make sure oh, it already does it automatically. Because it's actually a good baler. Hey, there's a hay bale hiding in the bushes there. Must have forgotten it during another contract. Okay, baling is all done. Right, we're dropping these off at the Johnson's Farmers Market. Okay. Just gonna drop off the baler, grab the bale loader, and drop them off there. While our other workers working on seeding our field. How's he doing, by the way? He's about halfway done. So we got time to pick up some bales. Uh-oh. They needed to go to the Johnson's market, farmer's market, not... Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully I got enough bales to complete the contract. Whoops. Totally wasn't thinking. Okay, we're going to the Johnson's Farmers Market, not the animal thingy. Animal Depot. Remember. Okay, so this field needed a little bit of lime, so we'll do that one last. Should let me double check. Yeah, it just needs like a little sliver of lime. Right here. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just does, I guess. All right, back to picking up more bales. My favorite. Hopefully we'll get enough bales to fulfill the contract, because that'll suck after wasting all those bales at the animal livestock thing. Grab that hidden bale there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, go. Thank you. Thank you for getting in my way once again. These people. These non-farmers thinking that they're so dang important. And we just got a car stopped in the middle of the road. That's always fun. I love it when people do that in real life. Yeah, so unless we get at least 8 bales, I think we're kind of screwed. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can finish this. AI is still working on my field, seeding the west field. There might be a small penalty for taking the bale to the wrong place. Hopefully that's the case if we don't have enough. Well, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should do it. That should do it. I think we're good. Yep, 9 bales. That should be good enough. I hope. Please let this be enough. Nice. We got 10,000 extra dollars from that. So we can go ahead and complete that. And I don't know if there's any others I want to do that are worthwhile. That's potatoes again. This is sorghum. I mean, it's already 3 o'clock, so we need to hurry up and get our fields done. I also want to try to get a load of flour to the bakery if we can. But before we can seed our last field, we have to put some lime down. All right, looks like we got it. Now we're ready to seed. What is the AI doing? Jesus H. Christ, man. I've said it once, I'll say it again. AI is freaking useless in this freaking game. All right, looks like all of our fields are seeded. Pretty sure they're gonna need to be rolled. Actually, we can actually check that. Yep, so we'll need to roll the fields. But then after that, we can go ahead and drop off our flour at the bakery. I'm actually really excited to do that. All right, fields are done being rolled. So the last thing we just need to do is fertilizing, and then we can finally load up our flour and take it to the bakery. All right, we're finally nice and fertilized, and now we can finally go and get our bread, not our bread, flour delivered to the bakery. Okay, that feels good. I want to hit the F button all the time because of satisfactory. So, but here F is flashlight. So I always get my game controls confused. All right, east field is good. And our large field to the north is good. All right, finally we can go and get our flour delivered to the bakery. We need the tractor, our tractor here to do it because the flour is in pallets, so we need our front loader here with our pallet forks. I'm just gonna wash off the tractor here real quick. All right, so our first stop's gonna be the vehicle store. We want to get a truck. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and buy the truck. It's going to be quite the investment, but the truck is going to be a very integral part of us making money. It's how we're going to take our pallets from the grain mill to the bakery, and then from the bakery to the store. So we can either get the Pinnacle or the Anthem. I'm going to go with the Pinnacle because I kind of like how it looks. I like the more old school style here. It wasn't a mistake. Yay! And now I just want to see if I could put my tractor on here so I don't have to drive two vehicles. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna stay on, but we're about to find out. Let's go. Go into the mill. I don't know if we're gonna fit in this tiny bridge. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shit. Oh shit. Oh no. All right, let's do this again. Hopefully this time we won't roll over. Guess I gotta go slower around the turns. All right, let's pick up the front loader. I think that's what it's called. I think I'm gonna need to go down here because there's no way I'm gonna fit in the tunnel. So we're going through the river. All right. No problem. Totally realistic. Oh, that wasn't too bad. There's one pallet. Maybe if we get a proper forklift, this would be easier. I feel like using the tractor, I'm just setting myself up for failure. I'm making things way more difficult than they need to be using the tractor. All right, let's strap all of our pallets on. Yeah, there it goes. Automatic. Nice. I like it when it does things automatically. All right. Got all the flour on the truck. Wow, we got 22,000 liters of flour in here. Man, and it's taking the bread a long time to produce. But that's okay. At least we got a good load of flour in the bakery now. Now we just gotta wait for the bread to bake. Okay, home sweet home. Alabama. Got a lot accomplished today. We got our fields reseeded with wheat, and we dropped off a load of flour to the bakery. And yeah, we're just gonna call it a day right here. See what happens tomorrow. And it's another new day. I'm kind of anxious to see how the bakery is doing. So let's go to the bakery. Again, I don't know why I run to the truck when there's a tab option that teleports you in the vehicle. Perfect. Stuck the landing. All right, how's our bakery doing? We only made 161 liters of bread so far. How long is it gonna take to make bread? Okay, we got some more pallets of flour accumulating. So we ate through half of our wheat so far. So I think we had like about 52,000 liters of wheat. Now we only have 26,000. So we ate through half of that. And now it's all being made into bread. And the bread's going to take a long ass time to produce, apparently. I mean, bread realistically doesn't take very long to produce. No. Yes, queen. All right, I'm gonna call that an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, and please remember to subscribe as well. Remember, when you subscribe, you get informed or get notified on when new content is available. So we're going to be doing a lot more with the wheat, the flour, and the bread, and hopefully we could start selling our bread to the supermarket and making some money. So you don't want to miss that. So please make sure that you're subscribed, and I really appreciate the support. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.